Hi, welcome to another video. You know, when I came to WA, I came for turquoise waters and white sandy beaches. And today, I think I found them. Today I continue travelling north with my friend Jamie as we explore the beautiful coral coast from Minaya to Exmouth. Good morning. I'm at Minaya and I've come here for the famous dolphin interaction. So wild dolphins come in every day pretty early, about 7:30 in the morning, and interact with the people. They've been doing this for many, many years. And I remember seeing this when I was young, like when I was a kid. And I've always wanted to experience this, so I'm really looking forward to it. So this dolphin feeding started a long time ago when some fishermen were casting out nets, and every now and again a fish would get out of the net and the dolphins would snatch it up and go, "That's a nice feed." And then after a while, the fishermen and the dolphins started working together. The dolphins would start herding the fish towards the fishermen, and then the fishermen would repay the dolphins for their work with some spare fish. And that's how it all began. And the crazy thing is that the dolphins are supposed to be here at 7:45, and at 7:45 they just show up. It's like they're clocking on for work.
Alrighty, so I think we can go ahead and get started with the first experience today.
These days the dolphin experience is highly regulated for the safety of the dolphins. Several people are selected to help hand feed these dolphins, which are wild dolphins.
So what's going to happen shortly, our lovely volunteers will come down with a little thank you for Piccolo and Kia. So each feed is at the maximum of 300 grams. So the dolphins have what we call conical teeth. Awesome. At the same time. Perfect.
This is Shelly Beach on the way to Denham and Minaya, and this whole beach is made up of really fine shells. So Denham is a pretty little coastal town on your way to Minaya. It was chartered in 1858, I think. It's a pretty small town, but this is where you get your supplies and fill up your fuel, maybe do some fishing, and head off to see the dolphins at Minaya. So this out here is Shark Bay with beautiful blue waters, and I haven't seen any sharks yet. Let's keep it that way.
Just look at me.
That little island out there was a really important nesting spot for coastal birds, eagles, cormorants, all those things. And the Malgana people, the indigenous people of here, used to swim out there and collect lots of eggs, make omelettes or something, I'm not sure. We spent a couple of nights at the RAC Monkey Maya Dolphin Resort, chilled, relaxed, and took in some beautiful sunsets. About an hour north of Carnarvon is the famous Quaira Blowholes. So I've come because they're actually blowing really well today. And the cool thing is, I was driving up the road, you could see the blowholes blowing from about 1 kilometre or 2 from up the road. That's how big they are. Jenny, what do you think of the blowholes?
Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
Thank
It's
you.
pretty wow, I'd say.
Yeah.
All around Australia, a lot of sheep and cattle farms and stations have diversified, and they're actually taking on tourists now, and there's caravan parks and you can camp here too, and Quaira Station is one of those, so that's where I'm staying for tonight. Quaira Station dates back to 1898, and with its rustic charm, beautiful beach and incredible sunsets, it quickly became one of my favourite campsites. Oh, I really like this place. It's a sheep station, it feels like it's in the outback, and then you've got this amazing coast right next to the campground. I thought this place was really beautiful, and I was watching the waves, but I looked out further, there are whales out there too. I can see whales just going by. Yeah. Oh my God. Holy moly. I'm just gonna keep this running. This place is amazing. I'm loving it. Whales. Oh, what a good camp, hey? Cheers. Mm. Mm.
I think.
Jamie. Cheers. Great. This is the life. This is living. It's good.
Want you to be mine, and I want you to be mine.
Don't pretend you're sorry, even if you're crying. You know how to make
I'm continuing north today to Coral Bay, and on the way I've come to Minaya Bridge, Roadhouse. So this is a pretty typical roadhouse on the road. Bit of old machinery. There are rooms out the back where you can stay, and a caravan park. Because that's important. People get tired when you're having long drives, so sometimes you need to pull over into a roadhouse and have a nap for the night. And this particular roadhouse comes with bush turkeys. When you're driving up here in the north of WA, you're covering a lot of kilometres, and so sometimes little things, or in this case big things, become really amusing. You got to stop and have a look, because there's not a lot of interesting things to look at. But here's one of them, a huge termites mound. There are loads of them dotted all around this plain, and they just stand out like a sore thumb, really, because the rest of it's pretty flat and boring. So basically it's an ant's nest, like termite ants, and they can sometimes be hundreds of years old. This is huge. I have no idea how old this one is, but it wasn't built yesterday, I can tell you that. So that's Jamie for scale. Jamie's about 6 foot. No, she's not really. But that is maybe, how many meters do you think, Jamie? 2.5 meters, maybe?
Yeah.
At least. It's pretty big. And just arrived in the small seaside town of Coral Bay on the Ningaloo Reef, and it's wall-to-wall caravans. Right behind me is the beautiful, calm and turquoise waters of Coral Bay, and this is where Ningaloo Reef is, the famous Ningaloo Reef. We're going to go out there a little bit later today. At Coral Bay and Exmouth, it's all about Ningaloo Reef. So let's go snorkeling.
It's cold.
Yeah, it will be cold. Okay, you okay, Jamie? Now, Jamie's a non-swimmer, so it was pretty brave of her to get into the water to see one of the world's top 10 coral gardens. And finally, I've come to Exmouth, which is the tourist epicenter of this whole northwest part of WA. And I have to say, I'm a little underwhelmed so far. Firstly, it's really busy and it's really hard to get a spot in a caravan park. They're booked out like 2 weeks ahead, so I just had to go into an overflow park last night. Also, people come here to swim with the whale sharks. I've come here to discover you need to book that about 2.5 months in advance, and prices start from $500 per person, $600, $700, whatever. So it's really expensive. I'm not doing that. So I've come to Exmouth and I don't think I'll be staying. I think I'll just be here for a day, have a quick look around, and then hit the road and move on. I think if you're a boatie and you're into fishing, Exmouth is probably pretty good, but I'm not either of those things, so it's just not for me. And behind me is Town Beach. It's a nice beach, but is it any better than any of the other beaches around here? Probably not. So I think for me, I preferred Coral Bay. If you're coming up this way, book ahead. Coral Bay was really busy. 2 caravan parks and that's all. And the same here, only 2 caravan parks. They fill up really fast. So you need to book ahead if you're coming to either of these places. But that's it for this video. I'm going to head inland after this. Thanks so much for watching.